Hey, what's up everybody, video game players and collectors. Today's episode I'm going to kind of show you some things to be looking out for if you're new to collecting video games, or if you just, some things you may have missed. I've been collecting video games for quite a while. I collect as much or probably even more than I actually play them. And it's just like everything else, you know, people collect baseball cards, people collect comic books, all kinds of different stuff. You know, video games are just my habit. They kept me out of a lot of trouble as a kid, so just kind of stuck with them. Anyway, if you're new to it and you want to check them out, here are some things to look for. Today I'm just going to do a quick episode on NES games. So the first one I want to show you is a pretty common cartridge, and I've seen it several times. It is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So what is it about Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? You know, one reason it's collectible is because it's an iconic game for the NES. They made two versions. They made Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and then they had regular Punch-Out once, I believe, a license expired for using Mike Tyson. They just went with standard Punch-Out. You could probably Google and find out the exact reason better than I can explain it. But one reason this cartridge is so collectible, not this one, but these cartridges, something to look for, is how many screws it has. So how many screws a cartridge has can determine how old the cartridge is. Like, for example, this cartridge here has 1, 2, 3 screws. So this is just a standard 3-screw cart that came out later in the life cycle. When this game first came out, there was a 5-screw variant. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, I was actually just looking to get ideas for this video, and I was looking at a website. It's called Price Charting. Now, price charting is not the end-all say-all for how much a game is worth. A game is worth what you want to sell it for and what people want to buy it for, and it shows average values that they're sold by on eBay, and it's not 100% accurate. You know, it can give you a good baseline. You can go through and you need to actually click on the images and make sure it's the same thing, because sometimes they get other things mixed in and mixed up on there. But just go through and look at a few different ones that have sold, and also take into consideration when they're sold on eBay, they may very well be mixed with something else again. Oh yeah, when they're sold on eBay, there's fees, there's shipping, there's fees, all that other good stuff. So that ain't what that person actually got for it. Like, for example, I sold a game the other day for someone else. I sold it. It ended up selling for $85 with shipping and all. I did put a reserve on it. By the time there was shipping, there was fees, there was a reserve fee, ended up clearing like $55 for something that sold for $85, and I'm just like, yeesh, that's a lot of money. Anyway, the whole point, I said that to say this. One of these, they have been recently selling upwards of $1,000 if they have 5 screw holes. Collectors are nuts. So I'm not buying anything like that. If I happen to pick up some games and find out that one of my games is worth that, cool. I'm not paying $1,000 for it. Ain't no way. But there are collectors out there that will, and that's what keeps this going. Keeps some people like resellers going too. So the next one. This one is one such example. This is one that I picked up that you should be on the lookout for. There's 2 of them in the series, and honestly, I've never even played this game. It's called Casino Kid 2. Nowhere near the value of the Mike Tyson game, and I'm not going to go into what the price charting value says, because that stuff changes, and like I said, it's not the most accurate. But it is one to look out for if you are wanting to collect games. I actually picked up the first and the second at the same time, and then when I looked online later, I realized this is a more collectible game. This particular game, I'm not sure if it's because it's rare or if it's because of something in particular with this game. I don't know. There's different reasons for something being rare and collectible. There's variations, like for example the different screw holes and things. There's games are just really popular. People hold on to them and collect them, so there's less and less of them out there in the wild, so that may make a price increase or something like that. And genuinely, it just being a good game could make it more pricey and stuff like that. For example, this one is just a variation thing. Like, and I know everybody's seen this a million times. So this is Super Mario Brothers 3, right? So I have 2 or 3 copies of this now, just because of like when I got that challenge set the other day. I got a copy of it. I got a copy of it that's actually complete in the box. So right there, really nice looking game there. And I've just over the years of collecting, I've ended up with a couple copies of it. There is a variation to look out for. I don't have the variation, but especially if it comes with the box and stuff. But Super Mario Brothers 3, how it has Bros up under Super Mario Bros. It's all lined up on the end there. If Bros is on this side, it's called a left-hand Bros. Sounds pretty funny. Left-hand Bros. If it is over here, it is one of the earlier copies of the game that was made. I'm not sure how many were made, but it does. Like if you're into reselling and want to sell stuff, or if you're collecting and you just happen to see it out in the wild, that is more collectible if Bros is written over here. This is actually something I just became aware of a few months ago. I hadn't even heard of it, so I'm out of the loop, I guess. So that's pretty cool too. Something to look out for. This is just a brief episode. This is just to highlight a few. I'm gonna do more episodes like this, and I'm gonna do episodes based on different systems and things like that. Sega Genesis, NES, SNES, N64. If you have any ideas or anything you want to see on there, just let me know. I'd be glad to make it happen for you. And like I said, another thing to look out for is anytime you see games in original boxes. Definitely worth more if you have the instructions in the original box, and then if the original box is in really good shape. One of the reasons I collect is just the box art, like the art on the outside of the games. Let me find a good one for you. This has always been one of my favorites, and this box looks kind of rough. I actually got lucky on this one, but it is Conquest of the Crystal Palace. Like, I've heard a lot of people, oh, look at that ugly reflection of myself on there, but a lot of people collect this one. They say that it's ugly, but I actually like it. I think the box art is super cool on this one. Anyway, thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let me know what y'all want to see, and y'all have a wonderful day. Y'all thought this was over, didn't you? Psych! While making this episode, I decided to put something out there. I just wanted to wish my wife happy anniversary, baby, and thank you for putting up with me and these games.